link. Have your friends join this call, and they are going to say thank you to you at the end of the meeting. All right. Okay. For you joining us today for the first time, when I share my screen and you are able to see it, ensure you click the box, then you will have a broader view of the screen. Throughout the presentation of SWIFTtrip today, I'll be giving us some view concerning all it takes to convert a dream to reality. And that's why we captioned this live meeting, From Dream to Reality. From dream to reality. I love what Pastor Biome said concerning dreams. I think in his caption he says, hope celebrated today is the reality of tomorrow. The dream worked upon today is the reality of tomorrow. So, hope celebrates the reality of tomorrow. What's the hope for the future? What's your hope for the future? Looking around, what can you anchor to say, because of this, I know I have a great future? A person who will be living through life without having any anchor of hope, that's a person you see, you just hear a person say, or you hear news, someone committed suicide. Why will a person decide to commit suicide? No hope for the future. As simple as that is. That's why a person would decide to take his life, her life. So, it's very essential you have something you can anchor to say, because of this, my tomorrow is sure. I think there's a Christian song that says, because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Yes. Anchoring on Jesus, you have a sure tomorrow. So, in terms of building wealth, finance, to have a colorful living upon the earth, there must be a thing you look at. That dream, that vision, that imagination so clear before you. You can anchor on it and say, because of this, I have a bright future. So what is your hope for the future? All right. The screen for my... Okay, just a minute. Let me turn on my camera here. Yeah, good. Awesome. I'm coming up. All right. Please give me feedback if you can see my picture here. Ambassador Chukwemeka, Apostle Bonnie Bush. Great. Good morning, boss. Happy to connect with you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Awesome. See why I'm smiling like this? Because there is something I can look at tomorrow, and I know there is a massive future coming. So, for the person who have a dream or a future, that person is clear on his assignment. So, your dream is a proof for your future. Or rather, let me change the future here. Your dream is a proof for your assignment. That is why once you've anchored to a vision, you now know a goal you pursue every single day, you'll be living a progressive life. You will no longer be just roaming around with a lot of activities and you're heading nowhere actually. Yeah. So, you having a vision, you having that dream, it brings clarity to you. I'll just make it brief so I can go into SWIFTtrip presentation. I will just pick some points I've jotted down already for you. So if I speak on, I would really just pick out, if I go through it, an hour won't be enough for me. So, yes, so let's look at this. This is a very good one I'll drop for you. I won't skip this. Now, the reason why you have to get that future or that dream clear to you that guarantees a successful future, the dream and that hope established will become that bridge that leads you to your future. There is a gap right now. When you imagine a future you want, there is a gap standing before you. Because when you open your eyes, you see where you are. You aren't there yet. How will you cross that gap that you can now open your eyes and you see that you are there? From dream to reality. Now your reality is where you are right now. There is a gap standing between you. So it's still a dream. Your future is a dream. And today is your reality. A time will come that if you keep working on it, the dream becomes your reality and today becomes your past. That bridge, what can cover up that bridge? Yes, there is a hope. So with this now, you have to understand why it's so easy to be great simply by imagination. And if it's that easy, why are so many people in the crowd unable to realize their dream, unable to turn their dreams into reality? Why? They don't work on their dreams. So if you ain't working on your dream, it becomes wishes. And so you will only imagine and always open your eyes back to a reality of unaccomplishment. Plan the work, walk the plan. You plan your work, you walk your plan. This is how easy it is to cover up that gap standing between you and your future. And it's simple. Once you've identified it, you break those plans into daily goals, weekly goals, yearly goals, and working on it actively day after day. And you know the fact that you can't walk a week's walk today. You can't live in 1 year at the same time today. So the only time you have, the only opportunity you've got is today. Whatever you failed to do yesterday, you can never do it again. Bringing it into today, you have to shift that of today to tomorrow. And that's why procrastination is so dangerous. It's the eater of time. And whatever is eating your time, whatever is wasting your time, is wasting your life. Whatever is eating up your time is eating up your life. Procrastination is the eater of time, the eater of life. So please, I encourage us, whatever you know you have to do to make SWIFTtrip a reality in your own community, your own jurisdiction, ensure you're doing it. Ensure you put in those active plans on ground. We are all coming together to share the same vision. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. And people will come to us few years from now asking us, how did you do it? How were you able to accomplish this massive goal? We broke it into little goals. 2.4 million shareholders, right? Awesome. We're breaking it to everybody. Bring your little part, bring your little part, bring your little part. We're done with it. At the end of the day, they ask, how did the company bring together 2.4 million people? The company was able to split itself into so many places. Why? Giving ownership to every person. Wherever you are the company. Am I communicating? So, I've always told us, if you have ever pursued a goal, you have ever thought about doing something, only a year after, you look back and you didn't even know when you stopped doing it. This wasn't a deliberate. You just saw yourself attracted with so many things, but it wasn't that goal you were pursuing. I welcome you to use SWIFTtrip as, I call it, a lab rabbit. I've taught you that several times. Use it as a lab rabbit, an experiment for your life. Practice consistency. Practice perseverance. Practice the ability to do the same thing every single day. And when you are done, you now come to the reality where every one of us have made one thing happen. I'll show you. Whatever you want to accomplish, you've got the stamina. Any personal goal you want to accomplish, you've got the stamina. Come, let's build greatness together. Your dream needs a team. Your dream, it needs a team. Write that down. No dream succeeds in isolation. That is the opportunity every one of us have right now, coming together to make SWIFTtrip happen. You come from this point, you have come to join a massive team of people working together for a massive future. By the time we're done with this, and that personal goal that you want to accomplish, you can't accomplish it alone. Likewise, there must be a team of people around you to make it happen. You need a team. Right now in your community, wherever you are pursuing SWIFTtrip, start building a team of people. Start surrounding yourself with persons in that state, in that country, that are buying into the idea. The supporters of it. You have no business with people who are saying no, because they must be available, and they are always more in number than the people who are saying yes, who are supporting you, who are standing with you over there. That gap must be covered. Whatever is not standing with you to cover that gap between you, your reality today, and your future, cut it off. You don't need it. It's destroying your bridge. It's breaking down your bridge. Don't accommodate it. Don't accommodate it. And then, let's look at this. Keep the dream in front of the people. There are people around you. Ensure you put the dream before them every single day. The vision before them. You meet a stranger on the road. SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars. You have placed it on his table. SWIFTtrip will make you an owner of an airport. SWIFTtrip will make you an owner of a global e-taxi business. Give the person all the details. Put it before people. Don't find a person and you say, I have found someone, the person is thinking about it, you go relax. No, there are more people. Put that thing every single day before people. The day you stop talking about it, you are increasing the gap between you and your future. Close it up every day. By keeping the dream in front of people. I need to give you this statement that vision must be repeated until it becomes culture. It must be repeated until it becomes our culture. You begin to do it effortlessly. You begin to present it before people effortlessly. It becomes your culture. As you keep doing that, people begin to listen. People begin to hear. People begin to share it as well. Your team in that state begins to grow. Before you know what's happening, your team begins to spread to other countries, other states. Why? Because the people you've surrounded yourself with, they have people that you are not aware of. This is not just for the hub admins of SWIFTtrip. It's for every shareholder of SWIFTtrip. You can stand to build a team. If truly you say we are in a corporate vision together, you want to be an owner of an airport here. There is no person standing in this meeting that will say, I will accomplish it alone. I can't say that. You can't say that. We can't do it alone. We must come together. And finally, before I dive into SWIFTtrip, this is 30 minutes speaking about this, just 27 minutes after 10. Write this down. A dream fulfilled is not just for self. It's for who? For generations. My God. You've become a shareholder in SWIFTtrip. The question I will ask, what legacy are you building for your generations through SWIFTtrip? It is not enough that only you emerged as a trillionaire in dollars in that lineage. Then you pass that one account to your children, to a child. When you had the opportunity to bless lives, tell your uncles, tell your aunties, tell your brothers, tell your sisters, tell your father, tell your mother, tell your husband, tell your wife. Register your children. When you have told all of these persons in your circle, ensure you are telling them not to get their opinion, because they will kill it with love. Is somebody hearing me? I don't teach you what I read. Practical. They will kill it for you with love. So you are only sharing so that no one would say, you didn't tell me. So you know about this, you couldn't tell me. Those are your friends. Those are your family. Those are your relatives. You move on to speak with strangers. When I say put it before people every single day, put that vision before people. Your uncles, your aunties, your relatives, those ones are what you just do. Make sure you just tell them. But when you are putting this before people, you are putting it before strangers that you met. You've never met these people from Adam. You have a past team of people you have worked with that business failed. Those people have become like a relatives. They will remind you of the ones that failed. So you are going for freshers. They will see you from the point you present yourself and begin to work with you from that point. Take this teaching, practice it. You will see another dimension. Don't care about the opinion of anyone you tell about your vision. Did somebody get me? When you are speaking about SWIFTtrip, don't say them, say they said, he said, the company said. Say we said, we will. You are the company. Until you come to that realization, your campaigning will be like, so your leg is not balanced. Speak as though it is your vision. Because it is yours. Before you start speaking about SWIFTtrip, in fact, go and meditate, making it, personalizing it. Personalize it. We know that a lot has happened. Yes, we know. Where many people would share visions and it never come to pass. Where many persons' hope have been raised. You've seen the money. The day you want to withdraw it, they tell you a story. What haven't we seen in this country? So what will a person come to tell me that I haven't heard before? If you don't nurture your dream, no one will nurture it for you. If you don't keep it alive, no one keeps it alive for you. Share it to the people out there. It's the only way you convert a dream to reality. Congratulations to the ambassadors of SWIFTtrip. Congratulations to the able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Congratulations to you joining us there for the first time. You are buying into something great. Once you've bought it, you now own it. Move with it to heights that men around you, women around you will marvel. What gave you such audacity? What gave you such conviction? As they are there thinking about what gave you, you are moving. What is SWIFTtrip? Now I want to talk to those who are joining us today for the first time. What is SWIFTtrip? Where is my slide, please? I'm coming, and you will have it shortly. All right, there. Aha. As you can see, we are building a massive course for a profitable future. An airport, a road transportation business, a logistic business, and you get to understand more about SWIFTtrip. As we say, SWIFTtrip is a Web 3.0 decentralized eco chain enterprise. This is the vision we're sharing to you right now. We are building a business on the blockchain. The latest era of the internet. An eco chain community that everyone involved are participators in the business. And when it's launched, the community knows no limit until it covers the whole earth. Wherever there is internet connection, our aim is to get there. And what will be the core services of SWIFTtrip? The aviation, e-taxi, e-commerce, logistics, hospitality. Let's give a pictorial representation on all of this. You see the airport? Are we the first to do this? We have Epis, we have Eric already into this. So SWIFTify is coming to make SWIFTtrip Airways possible and a reality with the 2.4 million people coming to co-own this. My God. And then we have the e-taxi business. The Uber, the boats are already into this. We have the e-commerce business. We'll call this SwiftMart. Amazon is there. Jumia is there. Into this niche and this industry. It is massive. In case you're on Telegram and you've still seen my screen, that's my video, you need to slide back and then you'll see another page opened. I believe, did I really do that for you? Media, bring it back to my camera. Let me go check. Thank you. Yeah. Let me see if I did that for my people on Telegram. Can you see my screen? Let me be sure. Okay, see, wow. I didn't do that, sorry. Thank you, Lord. That was a swift reminder. Okay, and I'm going back to see this. So someone would give me a feedback to ensure you can see the screen. Yeah, it's coming up.
Yes, boss, we can see your screen, sir.
Okay, thank you. Awesome.
It's clear.
Thank you. Now,
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We have two screens there. My picture, that's the video. You can see me directly, and the screen. So you can slide into the screen and enjoy the presentation. The SwiftMart. Then we have the logistics. A third-party company affiliating with the the e-commerce companies, delivering products. Those third-party companies, we can use DHL, Ops, GIG, AliExpress, so many out there, so many. That means there are massive returns from the e-commerce business. Massive returns. And mind you, why we'll be doing our e-taxi business, this logistic business, you need to understand that it's not going to be limited to only delivering SWIFTtrip's products. Do you know that? Other companies will want to have us as their third-party companies that delivers goods to them. Are we going to say no? God forbid, we can't do that. Are you getting it? So when we tell you that SWIFTtrip will perform trillions of trips in the space of 5 years, people are wondering. They think it's just about people moving around. So they're making statistics with humans on the earth moving around. You might not move anywhere, but you could be about maybe 20 goods per day. If you are truly a marketer into business, people are calling you and buying, you have, 100 goods. You will bill here and there, but you didn't move an inch from wherever you are. All of these things will be counted as trips in SWIFTtrip. Don't miss this. And then we have the hospitality. Beautiful. Chevron into it. Transcorp Hilton into this. Awesome. Media, let's see this. We call it Swift Homes, powered by SWIFTify. Hospitality business. Do you know why we call it Swift Homes, or the homes in it? It's going to, I don't know how to put this, but it's going to be home from home. a destination on its own. That people might have to reschedule their appointments. That's waiting carry you come this state or country. You just reschedule because you want to just enjoy something that is like a home from home. It's gonna be massive. We can't wait for this future. But as we're speaking it, we are closing the gap. Understand that. As we are speaking about it every single day, we are closing the gap. As we bring it before people, new friends every day, we are closing the gap. As we ourselves hear it every day, we are on the run, closing the gap, running with the vision, transcending from dreams to reality, able to talk about a dream audaciously. Where people are asking, until I see it before I'll be interested. Be waiting. Keep waiting. When you see it, you can no longer afford it. Mind you, the company will make it that standard that it's unaffordable to I don't know, not you can't just afford it. It's people who are the billionaires, trillionaires, they will afford it easily. Yes, but the company is putting it on that standard because it doesn't need anybody. From then on, once we hit the 2.4 million shareholders, business launches. From there, SWIFTtrip will develop itself worldwide. That 10% reserved, let me take you there. You will understand the 10% being reserved by the company on every transaction. It is massive enough. That billionaire, keep your billions. Keep your trillions. SWIFTtrip has gotten to the point where it is building itself onward. It needs no external funds. It generates its own funds. Generating for you, generating for itself. You should understand that that 10% reserved by the company, it's your money. That is why the company will never call you to say, we want to launch in Japan. Bring money. No, we've been reserving from your money. We'll take it and we'll build it. That means if nobody buys the shares for $500,000, it is not the company's business. I've told you severally that the $200,000, it will just be an offer for maybe a month. It's carrots. Initial offering, $200,000. You don't buy $500,000. You don't buy, it goes to another thing. Why? The company does not need anybody anymore. There is a time for everything. Today we are saying, come, appealing, come. People are saying, I am thinking. Keep thinking. A time will come, the same company appealing will say, it is enough. The ones who weren't thinking took action. And so the thinkers keep thinking. So has SWIFTtrip gone live? SWIFTtrip is at its development/vision phase. And we're calling out, come, subscribers, come build. What are you going to say, I think now, that will now finally give you conviction to come and be part of a vision? It remains fragile. There is no thought of any person that will make it become so solid that the person now say, I have reason why I should follow. A dream is a dream. A vision is a vision. Nothing will change it. No matter of thinking. How as the person takes his time 1 month, after thinking, the person will now say, okay, now I'm convinced. I want to pass. What it convince you? It's still the vision. It was just still, nothing changed. You didn't see anything. It was still what they told you earlier on. And you would have taken action since then, because by then, that 30 days wasted would have been used to campaign and run with the vision. Maybe by then, a lot of profit would have generated from that person. And as well, SWIFTtrip would have found so many channels of growth through that person. But the time wasted in thinking, delayed SWIFTtrip, delayed the person as well. No need of delay. Follow foolishly. Let's go get this thing done. Follow what? Foolishly. When I make that statement, you need to understand that when the Bible says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of that which is not seen. My brother, which kind of foolishness passed that one? What kind of foolishness exceeds that height? Hope, substance of what we are, just what we are expecting. It becomes a substance, hope. It wants to dive into the realm of that foolishness. The evidence of that which we are not seeing. Invisible becomes evidence. And by such faith you have stamina that you are moving and clearing the way, becoming a trailblazer, moving towards a great height. By the time the faithful ones have gone to do it, out of sheer foolishness and believing for no reason, those ones who wanted to be so sure will begin to say, oh, if I had known. If I had known means that I needed this kind of evidence before I will be part of it. Now I want to be part of it. The company says, no, you cannot be part of it. So if I had known, I would have followed in that realm of believing in the invisible. Believing foolishly is the key for us to get this thing done. No other way. No other way. Quote it anywhere. Go do your findings. And you see it's the fact. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. Subscription plan. Very good. Let's study this part. And you discover that the company is giving an offer to everyone. 0.50125% ownership of SWIFTtrip. Come subscribe to this ownership with what? $100. And you subscribe to the campaign process plan with $80. If you're doing it, you're already agreeing to the terms and condition of SWIFTtrip. I am ready for the campaign. I am sponsoring the campaign. Here is my $80. Let's run and make it work. Are you with me? Nobody deceives you here. 2.4 million people. We are in it together. So it is so clear that a person from the onset who is not interested to do the campaign, hello, leave it. Leave it for people who are ready to build one brick at a time, and it's done. Leave it for them. Will they come around? Yes, they will come around. So in total, your subscription fee is $180. That is what guarantees you to be an owner of SWIFTtrip. You can't say, okay, just the share, I'm interested in $100. No, you can't be interested in the shares without being interested in the campaign. Because there are campaigners who must be paid. How do we pay them? We are sponsoring it ourselves. You like SWIFTtrip, sponsor the campaign for us to have the money to pay our campaigners. When you become a campaigner because you've already signed through it with $80, then you are paid as well. The money is always will be available for those who are doing the work. That you have signed with $80 to the campaign does not mean you will be receiving money. No, if you don't, you sign in and you refuse to campaign, your account remains zero till this launch of SWIFTtrip. You will see that at the end of the meeting. I will also show you. I'll break it down to you. Remains zero. This is not Ponzi scheme. I've seen businesses that went through a part of building a vision. Nobody earned a dime. Ask them why. They tell you, don't you know we're in the vision stage? You are going to see money. We are gathering money for the business. I can do it. And we'll still launch SWIFTtrip. And I will do it. And SWIFTtrip still launches. But is it necessary? No. God gave us the wisdom to say this thing, it is a tough process, so make it easier. The people who are coming in who will be interested, awesome, this part of their funds, go into this. This part is for this. No one is clashing with each other. So it's not Ponzi here we're doing. You don't campaign, no earning. Awesome. Are we communicating? We are. Don't worry, you get clarity on that the more. When will SWIFTtrip go live? Please take note with all of these things I've said about campaigning. Campaigning is not compulsory. Because people will be saying, if I don't campaign, or rather, no, please, campaigning is compulsory. Don't bring my camera, let them see me well. Thank you. Don't misunderstand this, I want to say. Campaigning is compulsory. That's how SWIFTtrip would get launched. When you are campaigning and nobody joins through you, it's not a problem. But the person coming to say, I will not campaign, that's a problem with me. You get it? There's nothing I can do to the person anyway, but it was better that person left that share open for someone who will come and campaign. Tell people, let them say no. Nothing happens. The highest is that you didn't earn from the campaign process. But are you a shareholder? Are you a shareholder, never a shareholder? Nothing happens to your shares. Please understand that. Because many always ask that question. What if I'm unable to bring in people? No problem. Tell them. Just ensure you are talking to them. Whatever decision they have, don't worry. There is somebody somewhere else that God will still use to bring somebody into SWIFTtrip that day. We did it together. But coming to say, no, I have reputation, I cannot afford to. It's better, that reputation, just stay away from SWIFTtrip with the reputation. Don't subscribe. You are afraid that SWIFTtrip will fail, right? That what if it doesn't work? I tell people and it crash. Still carry that money and keep it. Don't put it so that it will not crash with your 180. Keep it. Then when it's done, you will say, had I know. So anyone who opens his eyes and puts his money here, please tell others. That is how we get it done. It's not a thing of keeping just some persons are the ones talking about it. No. This is not a marketing, multi-level marketing. No. We are campaigning to close the gap between our reality and our future. So if you've seen it, you like it, please, I urge you, wake up. God gave you a reputation. Use that reputation to tell people, join SWIFTtrip. It is not a pampering affair. You see this gap between us now and our future. It must be closed, not by pampering, not with fear, but with audacity. That is how it closes up. I was speaking the other day, the person went back to the man who told him about SWIFTtrip and said, they will see the way he talks, very too audacious. He said, well, I like him being so confident, but he think money is easy, let him go and find the money anywhere. Over how many months the person said it? Do you know how many persons have joined SWIFTtrip? The ones that like the audaciousness will bring their money. And then they will be part of it. We go and we get it done together. Understand that this gap between us right now and in the future, it will not be closed by fear. It cannot be closed by timidity. The only thing that closed up, every one of us must arise and be audacious in our own area of, should I call it specialization, or wherever we're covering on behalf of SWIFTtrip. Wherever we are SWIFTtrip there. So cover that area, cover that region. Establish SWIFTtrip to a high standard. Everybody know you are SWIFTtrip there. When they see you, they say SWIFTtrip is coming. SWIFTtrip don't come again. Represent. That's the way we get it done. That's the way we get it done. Unless you don't need this future. Don't bring the money and say you are keeping reputation and you are afraid. That's what if you feel, well, people I told will catch me, or they would. No, just better nobody catch you first. Just keep the money. Don't subscribe. When will SWIFTtrip go live? SWIFTtrip profit share is 5% out of this system. You see the app? That's the system we're establishing. 5% on every transaction done via this app. The app will give features of flights, features of ordering rides, features of purchasing, features of billing that thing you bought or getting what you've bought delivered. That's going to be automated anyway. And then the features of hospitality. Then so many more coming in. Whatever transaction is done, 5% is yours. Or rather, 5% is for the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Will the company sell off the 5% before we launch? No. The company is going to launch at the sales of 3%. Once we sold 3% of that, we've launched. Understand that's not negotiable. Don't join SWIFTtrip and then after some days you say, I have stayed too long. Why is SWIFTtrip not yet launched? Go and check the white paper. You see it there. That's what we need. That's what we get. Everyone join responsibly, carry it responsibly. People will give you opinion, but this is what the vision is saying, spelled out. Let's follow it. If SWIFTtrip is saying we'll make you a trillionaire in dollars, it's because of the root, because of the process, because of the foundation that we're building. This will automatically take us away from the competition zone at launch of business. Do you want us to launch and then we are struggling in the crowd? Do you know thousands of businesses out there? Do you know thousands of millions of distractions out there? If we just launch, we'll just be in the wind, blowing, tossing. Hey, that's not what we want to happen to us. Let's emerge as giants. They said there are giants in this industry. We emerge as giants in the industry. Oh, so thus, the launch of SWIFTtrip is embedded in the milestone of 2.4 million shareholders. People will be asking, what's the date? What's the date? The date is in your app. The minute is in your app. When you see that hour, the minute, the seconds left to launch SWIFTtrip, it should put you on your heels. Start running and making it happen. If it's slowing you down, only you will slow down. When I see it, right from where I'm seeing it from 1, I saw it come from 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Today, 11,200 plus. Somebody will join when it's 11,000 and you are seeing it, it's slowing you down. You are not serious. You're not serious with closing the gap between you and your reality, or your reality to your vision. You are not serious. You want simple promises, not in SWIFTtrip. I told the man that said, he said, God gave you this vision, but you decide to choose the hard part. I told him, all right, I choose the hard part. Now, he was giving me so many suggestions of how to make it easy. I said, very good, thank you. I love your suggestions. But I don't take suggestions from talkers. I take suggestions from doers. I said, so do you know what you do? Don't start acting as if I or SWIFTtrip are the only one who can gather people together for a business. Vision of airports, anybody can catch it. Now start an airport project. All of these simple projects, all of these simple strategies you are suggesting to me, start applying it. And as it's taking you on, I will be adopting it. I want to adopt from your practical. Because when you are just out there and you are not wearing the shoe, you don't know how it be. I chose hard part, right? Please use the easy part, choose it. Has it started the easy part? He has not started. But he wants to advise. Many people will advise you. Many people will advise you. If you know your source, you will remain strong. Advices that you will receive is, hey, you don't join. Oh, if you had told me. If you had told me, you wouldn't have made that mistake. You are just talking. Don't worry. 3% is what the company said, Abi. Don't worry. By the time the company says 1.5%, before then, the CEO has gathered enough money, has japped. Then police will bounce on you from the people you have told about. Don't shut up. Better shut up. It's an advice. Hey. So we tell you, you don't have any work to do. Go and look for a job. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your life. Useless personality. What will you say? Tomorrow's this thing will be, what is the worst thing? Okay, let me not make it tomorrow. I'll give you till next week. Next week, what is the worst thing you've heard so far? Before that, we'll do what is the best thing. 2 days. First one, what's the best thing you've heard campaigning SWIFTtrip? The next day, what is the worst you discover that the worst are far more in number than the good things you've heard about you campaigning SWIFTtrip. The people who motivate you to do more, far more lesser than those who are there to kill it. Killing it with good advice and love. That's what they will tell you. It's because I love you. People who will listen to those lovely advice. Hello, understand that you cannot stand in the path of making these 3% shareholders possible in SWIFTtrip. This process is for the audacious. So the earlier you rise and become audacious, confident because of understanding, motivated by understanding and not by people's opinion. If you look for people's opinion to motivate you, you are wasting your time. I've told us several times that praises, you praise me, it doesn't affect me. So if you praise me, you are doing well, and I don't feel it. How can you now tell me that you are not doing well? It doesn't affect me. You criticize, you praise, I'm just there. What is moving me is the vision. Become like that. When they tell you are doing well, it's for your future. Somebody tell you are not doing well, now you sabi. All that you know is that the gap must be closed. That you open your eyes and you are in that reality because you walked it out. We must stop being daydreamers, wishers of a better future. Economy is hard. We can solve it. We solve it by action. Very simple to make this calculation. To sell 3%, each person gets 0.60125%. What do you do to get how many units are in the 3? How many persons are we selling to? You say 3 divided by 0.5025%. That gives you 2.4 million node units. Simple. As simple as that. Now for paper, it's simple. Practical, it's another feed entirely. This is why successful people does not need too much data before they start running with it. I could have been inside the house, counting, calculating, wanting everything to be so better, wanting it to be so fashioned, preparing what everybody will ask me and whatever. And at the end of all the calculation, when I still step outside, I will learn my lesson on how it should be done. Somebody getting it? I don't know if you got that. Unsuccessful people will be there, waiting to know everything. Successful minds, they get little and they are running with it. Let me bring it down to us. There is a person here who have been hearing SWIFTtrip over and over and over and over again. Wanting to know better before he can open his mouth to speak about SWIFTtrip. There is a person here who the first day he or she heard it, that day he told the person about SWIFTtrip. They asked the person a question he couldn't answer. He said, join the meeting. Was a person who has been hearing and has never stepped out to speak. You will never know how much you know, not until you step out. Not until you take that bull by the horn. You will know how much strength you have within you. So I urge you, the day you hear about SWIFTtrip, launch out. The day I heard about SWIFTtrip, I called my PA. There is something we are doing. Just a little putting things together. Oh yeah, few days out on the streets. He didn't even ask me what are we going, because I don't know the kind of collabo that we are. He did not ask me. If people ask of office, what are we going to say? Where is the office? We printed flyer, only number. I don't know. I don't understand how SWIFTtrip started. Because if it's with clear eyes, it would have never started. Where is the money to have office? Where is the money to do anything? But today, look at what's just launching out and start talking. Even the white paper people read today, it was out there, we got the feedback. What people we asked us, we didn't know. When he come back, he asked me, this is what they asked me, I couldn't answer. I say, answer like this. The ones that couldn't answer, I said, I will get back to you. Or I'll just open my mouth and answer it anyhow. But when I go home, I would now restructure and answer it when I meet such question again next time. Don't wait. Learn in the process. Start sharing SWIFTtrip wherever you go. I could open your mic and say, I want you to talk about SWIFTtrip today in the meeting. Talk it anyhow. Don't give me an excuse to say, you know that I am new here. Because that opportunity might never come again, is the truth. That's how I behave. If you give me an excuse and you say maybe next week I will do it, I might never call you again. Don't give excuse. I've never called you, you can ask anybody in this meeting. The first day you spoke about SWIFTtrip, did the CEO call you and say prepare? I'm remembering something. I think it's only Madam Christian and Madam Ann in this meeting now that when they joined earlier, I opened their mic here, I said, present. He said, no, please, I don't. I said, don't worry, okay. So time you speak. And I could remember I gave you the opportunity to speak the second time. But to so many, I have not repeated. You can do it. That's my belief on any person I meet. If I give you the mic, just speak. Talk as it be. Don't mind it. Go out there. Talk it as. Share it. Well, SWIFTtrip is going to launch in Nigeria and the United Kingdom, and here's our certificate of cooperation. Sorry. Yeah. In the United Kingdom, Nigeria, EFCC, CSC, all of them are there. You can go study more about that. What makes SWIFTtrip stand out? The PYC, pay your customer. So this is where I told you I would give you a calculation of how the customer earns in SWIFTtrip, but the 10% was what took me to mention this first. SWIFTtrip is having 10% on every transaction. A person book a ride, SWIFTtrip keeps 10%. That 10%, it's your money. Oh. It's your money. And that's where this expansion globally, where we wrote here saying SWIFTtrip will scale global. It's that 10% that will do it for us. So at the launch of SWIFTtrip, don't think the company is in need of any dime from anybody anymore. It is now we need that money. After now, SWIFTtrip has become a giant building itself. As it's building itself, guess what? You see the 5% coming to the shareholders, it is building you massively. Massively. If 0.5 to 1.5% in the space of time makes you $1 trillion in dollars, think of 10% every single day. Sorry, every single transaction. At what year, at what months do you think that the company would have touched trillions in that 10% reserve? In dollars. Many don't know what is coming. If only you know, you will never listen to the naysayers. You will follow foolishly. Thank God you've understood what following foolishly means from today. Because some persons who have also chatted me. Sir, please, can you stop saying we should follow foolishly? It's making people feel like you are calling adults fools. Because you don't understand. Because you don't understand. But I'm happy that some understand. If it is one person that understands it, I'll keep saying it. Others will have to understand. And the ones that it will make to just get angry and say, I will not join again, it will make them get angry. The ones that after everything now say, oh, if I had known, they will still make the statement. Brothers and sisters, regardless of what anyone would say to you out there, follow SWIFTtrip foolishly. Let's build a dream and make it a reality. From dreams to reality. It is not a my affair. It is not for talkers. It is for the talking and the doing. Let's make it happen. Me, I'm already a trillionaire in dollars. I'm already an owner of an airport. If you are subscribed to SWIFTtrip, you are already a trillionaire in dollars. You are already an owner of an airport. You are already an owner of all of these services we're talking about. For it to then be visible, we must find ourselves. Help SWIFTtrip from wherever you are. I can't overemphasize on that. So let me just take you to, you see, the person who booked the ride gets 2% back. Awesome. Company gives 10%. Awesome. Company gives 5% to our shareholders. Company gives 80% to the drivers. Company gives a structure to the customers who recommended the passenger to the business, and also give a structure of finance to the customers who recommended the driver. Yeah, the driver. It's amazing how the company is going to bless lives worldwide. So in every country that will launch business, we're employing the entire citizens of that land. That's what this means, if you understand it. We're employing the entire citizens. The aviation, this is not one we say we just employ. Everybody are employed just by making use of the app. E-commerce, logistics, hospitality. Who's the brain behind SWIFTtrip? Honorable Richard Tinadi, founder and CEO of SWIFTtrip. God with our backing, we are making it happen. The able shareholders on our side, it's happening on a daily basis. Thousands of persons will hear about SWIFTtrip today. Let one hear from you. How are we going to profit as subscribers? This is awesome. If you follow through all this presentation till now, this is the most important part for you, if it's your first time. Because you can't hear everything we've talked about, building our dream, or taking from reality, from dreams to reality. You can't hear about all of those, hear about SWIFTtrip, and then you don't know how it's going to profit you. So when this dream is now a reality, this is how you earn. And we're making use of the e-taxi, okay? The e-taxi service here. Look at this. A man booked a ride in the United States. A woman booked a ride in Nigeria. $10 was paid in the United States to the driver. 8,000 naira was paid to the driver. How much are you going to earn from these rides? Simple. Simply say 10 multiplied by the volume of your share. What's the volume of your share again? 0.5025%. That gives you 0.6025 cents. 125 cents rather. 8,000 naira is giving you here 0.301 kobo. I want to show you how cents can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. It's amazing. Per day analysis, you can study that. But let's go to 5 years and see the power of volume. In 5 years from now, SWIFTtrip has performed thousands of trillions of transactions. But I want to do something small. Tens of trillions. 50 trillion trips. If you've been following through this presentation, you know that this is a joke. Swiftly, the company is going to exceed this. So anybody who can argue with you out there about the possibility of this being done within the time frame written 5 years, but always let them know that in the space of 3 years, this is done. Worst case, 5 years. Best case, 3 years. We're done with it. And if you multiply, we are assuming here that all of these 50 trillion trips cost $10. We also assume that all cost 8,000 naira. Remember, trips will be flexible according to distance. But let's see, in the case of paperwork, 0.60125 cents that looks so insignificant, multiplied by the power system that has replicated it tirelessly, efficiently, effectively. That's $6.25 million. 0.301 kobo multiplied by 50 trillion, making so much sense to be 5 billion naira. Can someone comprehend that? Power of system. Please punch your calculator so that can digest more into you. And you see how the subscribers' assets would have grown in the space of 5 years. Pay close attention to this slide and see how $100 would have yielded $6.25 billion or $6.5 million in the space of 5 years after the launch of SWIFTtrip. Calculating by naira, that 8,000 naira, 5 billion naira with a share ownership of how much? 0.50125%. A person can argue with you now and say, I'm wasting my time. I'm a businessman. How can I tie my $100 here or $180 per se based on the $80 going into the campaign? $100 is written here because that's what you purchased the share with. The $80 campaign proceeds. I am a businessman. That person pulls his money, or rather didn't invest it at all, because once you've joined, you've joined. You already know that. Go read our disclaimer. There's nothing like refund of money. We remain here and we build it together. CEO quits nowhere, you quit nowhere. So if you've heard that, you are responsible for, you want to live or you want to be part of it, join responsibly. Don't after a while you begin to say, why? No, it's taking time, launch. We gave you the process. All you need to do, if you are not talking about SWIFTtrip, you are not eager in any way for SWIFTtrip to launch. Yeah. The people who are really in a haste are those talking and making the number to change. They are the one in a haste. So a businessman claims, I am a businessman. He takes the $100 and in the space of 5 years, he achieved 5 billion naira or 6.25 million with it. And you got that same figure in the space of 5 years after I launched SWIFTtrip. Do you know what's going to be the difference between both of you? The major difference is that that person will never be able to spend his money recklessly. I used recklessly because a shareholder of SWIFTtrip can decide to finish up this money on a charity foundation. That man can do that. If he tries it, he has to restart again. Manually struggling, and time has gone. Years has gone by. He can no longer do it. But a shareholder of SWIFTtrip can do that, knowing that I slept and I woke up and I end this. The same way, I'm going to sleep, wake up, do everything I love to do, money is coming in. System. Power of system. By the time anybody is living a sweet-free life that has no challenge, no challenge in any way, just excuse me, let me see an alert of coming. It's just a notification I want to check up. I was expecting it. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm trying to catch it. I've already talked about the man who gave, or how he can't spend this money on the charity work or a charity foundation because he's going to repeat that process. But the one who is earning from a system can definitely do such. You spend it, it's going to come back. Beautiful enough, that person can leave this world, the shareholder, give the account to his child, and it keeps generating. But if the other man hands over his billions to his children, the chance of that child making good use of it, let me just say it's a 50-50% chance. But you know that actually it would be a 20-80% chance. 80% to squander, 20% possibility that the child can replicate it. So if that child squanders it, the family starts again from the ground. But you who have built, it's massive. You just keep getting bigger. Your generations continues to grow stronger. The life of, okay, I remember exactly the one I want to say. Yeah. When a person begins to live a sweet life, good, that's exactly the last thing I said. Thank you, Holy Spirit, I remembered. When a person is living a sweet life, a good life, why am I getting this draw? Let me get to ensure that my screen is still being shared, please. Apostle Bonenbush, can you see my screen? So I go to share it. Can you see my screen? Apostle Bonenbush, Apostle Chukwemeka, Ambassador Chukwemeka. Can you see my screen, please?
Chief, your face is clear. We can see you. The second one.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. I think it's... Let me see. Okay, it went off. Whew. All right, it's up now, I guess.
It's up now.
Okay. All right. Back to my speech. I won't forget what I was about to say again. Dang. So, I said when someone is about living or begins to live a sweet and easy life, you need to understand that that thing can only happen, or it's happening because there is something working hard for that person. Working so hard for that person. To escape hardship in life, it requires hard work. Life is never easy. So I'm calling on you and I'm inviting you to hand over that hard work to AI, to systems that works hard for you. Why? You can enjoy an easy life. If that sounds interesting for you, don't miss this call. It's a call to you. Pick up that call and run with us until the accomplishment of SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip makes you $1 trillion, and there is something you can be doing while we move on to the launch of SWIFTtrip. Means, is it possible to get the screen for the YouTubers? Okay, okay. Don't share it again. I think I'm having I'm having some hitches there. Can you just leave it on? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Technical issues, but I'm going to resolve that maybe on the next meeting. I've seen the error why my screen is going off. All right. So, Telegram viewers, I know you can see my screen. So, let me go straight to this. What will be my role as a subscriber in the movement leading up to the launch of SWIFTtrip? What are you expected to be doing as a subscriber? Become an active campaigner. Become an active campaigner. Earn big from SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. The YouTubers, you might not be able to see my screen, okay? Maybe in next sections, you'll be able. That's where I was getting the hitch from, okay? So I will work with you through. Just get my audios from what I'm reading on the screen for you. You have to go out to let people know that you have found an opportunity that can transform them. Tell them you love SWIFTtrip. Ask them, have you heard about SWIFTtrip? Educate them to join SWIFTtrip. And you can make use of the tools like this that we have on this Telegram call. You can join the Telegram. I think we'll drop the link of our Telegram meetings on our comment sections. Join the Telegram meetings. Recommend your friends to join the Telegram meetings. Out of the thousands that will join, we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a handful that will say yes to SWIFTtrip. That is how it works, so nobody should be deceived. Not until this vision gets to the point where SWIFTtrip is speaking for itself, that there are things you can see to say, yes, because of this, the company is this, is that. Such a massive and mighty company. When all of those evidence come, number one, you can't buy it for what you are buying it today. So, get it when it's so affordable and help as many around you to get it. As we're coming together little by little, $180, $180, $180. The company is using the $100 to do what? Build the process until things begins to happen that everyone can see. And the $80 goes towards the campaign process, like I said earlier. But now let me show you how you can benefit from this. Over $191,200,000 in this campaign pool fund available. How? If you calculate 2.4 million people, go to the shareholders app. If you're a shareholder already in SWIFTtrip, you'll see how many we are right now. 11,000 plus. Awesome. That's to the glory of God. Just minus that or subtract the active nodes from the nodes to be activated. That is the number that we are right now as shareholders and the number of shareholders we need, 2.4 million. You will get what we are now. Multiply that sum with $80. Just say 80 times that. You will get how much is available in the campaign pool fund. So make use of it. Earn as much as you can. And as you're doing, you're sharing to the people, you tell them about SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip pays you $50 each, $50 each time you solve that challenge. There's a challenge right before us. What's the challenge? 2.4 million shareholders. 1 unit is the challenge. 1 unit is the challenge. You solve that 1 unit, there is a compensation on that 1 unit solved. Awesome. Maybe I will do this slide on that manner. The challenge, 1 unit to be solved. You solve it, you earn $50. You don't solve that challenge, nothing comes in to the launch of SWIFTtrip. So it's the problem solvers that are being compensated in SWIFTtrip. Awesome, awesome. I think I love that, the way that sounds. Yes. Yeah, I love it. So I would walk around that and we'll have a slide that gives that vibe of solve the challenge, you earn this. You're compensated on solving that challenge. So we are not just trying to solve a 2.4 million challenge, we are solving 1 unit challenge. Solve the one. That will take care of itself. Awesome. Beautiful. So, let's see. $50 earned, $15 earned indirectly, $10 earned in the 3rd level, $5 earned in the 4th level. That's $30 indirect from the problem solved indirectly and $50 solved directly. I believe you understand that. You understand what 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation, 4th generation. You told a person, that person tells another person, you earn to the 4th generation. Beautiful. And if you calculate that, that's $80 distributed throughout this campaign. I love you all. And it's amazing talking with massive minds today All of others can be read through. Do not miss the SWIFTtrip Profit Share offer. And to subscribe to SWIFTtrip, it's so easy. Make your payment to SWIFTIFY Technologies, FCNB. Send a proof of payment to your sponsor. That person would, your sponsor gets your name, email, and phone number along with the proof of payment that you've paid to the company account. Then that sponsor of yours would connect with the company admins. Beautiful. So thank you very much. We'll bounce right to the top. It will be time for questions, but I'm going to take you through the website. That will be for those who are connecting with us. Okay, from now on I can say to the YouTubers, see you tomorrow. We will keep meeting up. Tomorrow is going to be another great time. The booster meeting, 10 a.m. every single day, 8 p.m. every evening. It's awesome. Only on Sundays we hold our meetings at night, evenings, 8 p.m. So don't miss it tomorrow. Share this link, comment, subscribe, like, and do all the necessary things you have to do on the social media for SWIFTtrip page to go viral. Thank you so much. As you go to our page,